Okay. Well, thanks again, ladies, for joining us tonight. We're always excited to see your faces, and even those of you we don't have the little faces up on the screen, we know you're there, and we appreciate you taking a little bit of time out of your day to come and pour into yourself so that you can kind of grow your business and then turn around. Oh, I see 2 recruits. Somebody's celebrating down there. So, yes. Don't ever be afraid to celebrate yourself, even the small things. It doesn't even have to be 31 related, you know. I mean, we're all here. 31 connects us. But the truth of the matter is it's way bigger than a purse, and we're making an impact all over our lives. So I wanted to start off tonight. I don't know if you were able to jump on the 31-minute call last night or not. But it will be recorded and up. But we're going to go over some of the highlights and kind of dig into it a little bit deeper and see what questions you all have. But I'm curious, who here, just if you are sponsoring, if you've ever sponsored someone, raise your hand. Yes, I see some hands. Yes, I see some hands. Well, I'm afraid that some of you all might not be sponsoring. Right? Maybe the brand new girl, she might not have anybody on her team yet, right? And there's reasons why women are not sponsoring. And I think a lot of it is you don't completely understand the value of building a team and growing your team. And it's really not so much about you, it's about her. But just the fact that you jump out there and share this opportunity, you really promoting to senior consultant, you not only get a raise, but you get this amazing opportunity to be part of the lead pool if you qualify. And it's really simple. If you just party and keep sharing, just takes helping 2 ladies. And guess what happens? Voila, random orders, random hostesses, women join your team. Home office actually sends you people who are looking for their new consultant. And it's going to be you if you're in the lead pool every month. And that's a personal goal of mine. I know I've talked about that a little bit with you ladies, but always being a part of that. So just sharing the opportunity, your first 2 ladies will get you that little extra perk in addition to your raise. You can qualify for that by just putting parties in and sharing the opportunity on a consistent basis, and you'll be in that lead pool too. I also want everyone to stop worrying about losing their hostesses. That's the #1 thing that I encounter a lot of the time with my girls. Like, they're afraid to offer the opportunity because they're afraid they're going to lose their hostesses when they offer to let her be a part of this bag gig. So just, it's hard to kind of visualize like, oh, I'm giving up this party, or I'm giving up these ladies who were going to book with me. It's really about her and empowering her. And trust me, you will make more money over the course of the year by her being on your team than you ever will with her booking a party or 2 with you. I promise. Trust me. I've just had my 7-year anniversary, and the numbers work out. I promise, ladies. So don't be afraid to offer the opportunity to her, because she really is the most valuable person that you can offer that opportunity to. Those are my best consultants on my team. My best friends were once hostesses of mine. So offer and share with her, and don't be afraid. Also, if you think that you have to know everything there is to know about 31, you don't. You really don't have to know everything. You really just have to be able to point her in the right direction. 31today.com, we did not have that resource. It was not what it was when we all first started. Yes, can I get an amen? Yes, ladies. That is just an amazing website that we have that really goes over all the basics. If you could just point her in that direction, and you have your sisterhood. You have an amazing team. I mean, this group of 5 women, we really have a great group of ladies that we're working with, and the team and your upline, but really home office is fabulous. So don't be afraid that you have to know everything. You just have to be able to get her pointed in the right direction. A lot of women ask me, like, how do you share at the party? Okay. There are so many different ways that you share this opportunity at the party. And I shared this last night, but I really want everybody to kind of take away from tonight's call that you need to go into every party looking for her, no matter what. She's in that room. I think Rachel, I think she posted some kind of quote, like, she is there. I promise you, at every single party, there's someone in that room that needs 31 in her life, and she just needs you to see her and believe in her the way I believe in her, because she is just waiting to find something and to enrich her life, and 31 could be exactly what she's looking for. So go into every party, ladies, looking for her. Everybody can promise me you'll go to your parties looking for her. because she's there. She really is there. She just needs you to see her. And it really is the best place to find your new team members, because whether it's the hostess or her best friend or somebody who just said yes and came to the party is the best place to find your team members a lot of the time, because they've already experienced the party, right? She's already seen you do a simple, fun party. She's already maybe even visualized, wow, maybe I could do this and bring some extra income into my family. So the party it's kind of like you're getting to train them on the spot while you're making money. So always look for her at the parties, okay? They've watched you, and don't hesitate offering the opportunity to everyone. And we'll talk a little bit about that too. But just don't hesitate. Get over the fear. Sometimes it's just the practice of doing it over and over. You're like, why did I not do this before? It just becomes a second, a natural habit to keep offering the opportunity. At the party, make sure that you're always sharing your why. A lot of people miss out on this, and that's the first step in building a relationship with your new customers, with your hostess and her friends. Don't be afraid to share your why at the party. Let her know why you're doing 31. She may relate to it, or she may know someone who's in a similar situation that could really help her if your why connects with her in a certain way. Don't be afraid to share your why. Be you. Be authentic. Rachel is Rachel. And Krista, you are Krista. We are all individual people. So don't be afraid to be you at the party and share the ways that 31 is making an impact in your life with these women, because that's really what connects us, and it builds the relationships too. And she'll know that you're genuinely trying to help her, even at checkout when you're trying to figure out, what she needs to add to make sure her set's complete. Okay. So just be you, okay? Don't try to be any of us, because there's only one of us and there's only one of you, and that is who she really needs to get to know. Don't also make sure you show her what you've gotten for free. Even if it's stuff that you earned in your Start Swell, for example, Bailey, you got your very first Start Swell. It's headed on its way if you haven't picked it out yet, and it'll be at your door soon. So don't be afraid to show those off at the party, okay? Sharing what 31's giving you for free, that's a big enticement for ladies. When I tell them, they see my stuff at the party, I got all this for free, girl. It's oh, I might have splurged and got one of these for half price as a hostess, but just that genuine sharing how 31 blesses you not only with the income, but the products that they give us. A lot of people who've done direct sales before, they worry about that because they had to keep a whole bunch of inventory, or they were on an automatic ship type situation, and they think that they have to buy all this stuff. But no, with 31, you really can get all your stuff for free. If you're on a budget, you can walk into this business and really make good money right from the start. So don't be afraid to share that with them. Also, make sure you highlight the enrollment kit. If you have one, if you're a new consultant, or if you just have pieces of the enrollment kit. I use that Benjamin wallet a lot to start the enrollment conversation, just because I love the wallet myself and women are attracted to that wallet. And I am definitely making sure that everyone knows that that wallet is in that $99 enrollment kit. It's just a way to kind of open the door. And I get to tell her too that, this wallet actually makes me money. It's a great wallet, but yes, I can put my money in it, but it makes me money because it's such a great wallet. We also talk a lot about in 31, the Fabulous Five. You may have heard some of us talk about that some, but it's really just about identifying the girls at the party. She's the girl that you had fun with. She's the life of the party, or maybe she's the girl that's helping everyone out, or the one that asks you a ton of questions, or maybe she's the one who just asks a lot, but then all of a sudden she only orders a small thing. Well, there's something going on there. She was in love with the stuff, that she wants more stuff. So, there's an opportunity there to reach out to her and maybe help her get some stuff for free, or maybe even earn some money so she could buy whatever she wanted in the catalog at the next party. So just be aware of those women at the party. And I want you all to kind of listen for cues at the party. See her, really, really see her. So many women come to these parties, and I shared last night, I went to a lot of parties and nobody saw me. No one ever offered for me to join their team. Nobody really saw me, and I'm asking all of you all to kind of watch for her, because, you have this amazing gift to offer. And, you know, if you're not offering it, you're choosing for her. So I'm asking all of you all to see her. Don't judge her. You never know who might want this or need this in her life. Also, I say this a lot, but it's so true. Make sure you ask everyone. Let it become second nature. You know, and if you need to do a little thing to keep yourself accountable, I shared last night, like, you know, some of the girls that I work with on my team, and I've done it myself, like if I'm going into a party and I've got recruiting on my mind, I'm always looking for her first, because the bookings will come and the sales will come, but I go there looking for her. And so do a little something to keep yourself accountable. I'll tell them, hey, I've got something to share with you at checkout. And if I goof and forget, you'll get a little gift from me. And girl, I'm on a budget. So if it's going to cost me money, then I am definitely going to remember to ask her at checkout about the opportunity. And so I'll share with her, hey, the gifts, you know, what I wanted to share with you tonight is I really would like to help you try out being a consultant. We have some special offers going on right now, and you just kind of start the conversation to see what her interest level will be. And the beautiful thing is, yes, we have this amazing Disney incentive right now, but home office always has something fabulous that they're sharing with us, something newsworthy, something exciting that we can share with ladies. And if she seems a little interested, I'll have her flip over the catalog and say, hey, if you are going to become my business partner, which of these kits would you pick? And and those little cues, ladies, will kind of help you with that conversation. And, you know, she could sign up right there at the party, or you could say, well, how about we set a time that we could talk about it? You know, how about tomorrow on your lunch break? Set up a time with her. And if she says no to the opportunity, then I just naturally move straight to booking her. You know, if the party's on a Thursday, I'll say, well, are Thursdays good for you? Or do we need to look at other days of the week that we can pick a date for you and your friends to get together? I just present the question as if I'm assuming she's going to want some free stuff. And if she says, no, I don't think I can do a party right now. I'm just, you know, it was hard enough for me to get here tonight. And so, well, there's different types of parties. We could do an online party, a catalog party. How about a fun office to go party? You know, I could drop off a large utility tote with some goodies in it in the morning and pick it up in the afternoon. Just let her know that you're trying to help her, and right in that moment, you're trying to help her get some free stuff. And then if something happens and she's like, well, I don't know, I just don't think now is a good time. Well, hey, I noticed you got the large utility tote. Do you want to make sure you get the topper to go on that? Or if she got a purse, the mini zipper pouch is so useful when you're to slide into just all those little things, the strap. Make sure that when you present these questions to her, she knows that you're genuinely wanting to help her. No matter if you're trying to help her complete her little set, or if you're trying to get her some free stuff, or if you really want her to get in on those Disney dollars, like I know we all do, and offer her the opportunity. And if you're genuine, ladies, and you come across to her like you really are trying to help, then you'll see how your business will grow and your team will grow too. Another thing is, don't be afraid to ask for referrals, okay? You know, and we're all trying to help each other out, right? So if they know someone who's struggling financially, or someone who wants to get some free stuff, just tell them. Go ahead and save my number in your phone. You know, when you're carrying this bag around, people are going to say to you, I love your bag. And feel free to share my phone number with them. Just type in the number 31 and my name, Kari, Kari, and then you can just type in 31 when you need your 31 girl again. And it's just those little subtle things that we can say that will help kind of build the relationship and help keep her connected to you. Now, all that was kind of at the party. Outside the party is sometimes where people get really nervous and scared to offer the opportunity. And I've seen it, and it takes a little bit of practice. But here's the thing. There are people outside the party who also need the income. They maybe just need something new in their life, or maybe they're just somebody who loves the product, and you're kind of self-identifying that they might be a great person to be on your team. And the big picture, ladies, is when you leave this call tonight, I want you to really know that you need to just stop thinking that you need to convince people to join your team. It's not about convincing people. It's all a numbers game, I promise. It's really just about asking people to find out who it's a right fit for. Okay, you're not convincing anyone. You just need to ask enough people to see if 31's the right fit for them. And always offer the opportunity first. And then you can lead in with the booking and then the sale, and it will just become natural if you present it in that way, okay? And you have tons of resources. not just our little calls, but there's tons of stuff on 31today.com that can kind of help you, guide you in this way. But most importantly, I want you all to know, to figure out how you can help her get what she needs out of 31, okay? And if you don't offer, like I said before, you're choosing for her, and someone else might ask her. I think I've said this before. If she comes to my party, I'm going to ask her to join my team, right? So make sure that your girls know you. They know, they get your emails, that you follow up with them about their orders. And if they land at some random party, they still know you're their main 31 girl. But if she comes to my party, I'm going to ask her. So if you got to go to all your parties thinking, if these girls land in Kari's area, or she comes to my town, just make sure you're asking everyone. It just helps, build your confidence too, that you really just need to be sharing this with ladies. One thing I told the girls today on our call, we really wanted to talk about how do we move her to a decision. We covered some of that last night. Rhonda, she's like, yep, she was probably taking notes. So I want to cover some of these questions that everybody seemed to be most excited about on the call last night. Good questions that you can ask to help move her to a decision. All right, what appeals to you about 31? Okay. How much would you like to make? What would you want to get out of your business? How much time would you like to work this side gig? And here's one of my personal favorites, and this is usually how I can really kind of get into the nitty-gritty, is that what's holding you back? This is my favorite question. It's where you kind of peel the layers back. I can figure out what her fears are, and then I can kind of figure out what the truth is in the situation, help her see how she can overcome that, or I can help her with it. Another favorite that I use a lot of times in my conversations when I'm moving her to a decision is, when would you like your first paycheck? And some of y'all might have heard us say that before. Ask her if she wants it on April 25th or May 10th. That'll help you decide when her launch date needs to be, when you need to help her get her party set up. And then say, what's the worst that can happen, right? You're going to get to give your friends some free stuff. You're going to make some extra cash, and you're going to make some new friends along the way. Why not try it out? A big tip that I was giving last night that I wanted to share with you all too is that you close by setting an enrollment date. Okay? Just like if you have a friend who says she's going to have a party, but she doesn't give you a day or a time that the party's going to happen, guess what? It's probably not going to happen, right? A lot of times we need to actually set an enrollment appointment with ladies to help them and walk them through if they need it, okay? So they can pick a date, and you can take 15 minutes to walk. Now some ladies will just jump on your website, or you can send the link and they'll enroll. But some people, you really just want to walk them through it with any questions that they have. And then if you need to help them, point them to the right direction on TOT, you can do that. Usually 15 minutes to get them all enrolled, and 15 minutes to kind of walk through a couple of key places to help her get all her launch party stuff taken care of on the website. And here's the thing, if she doesn't want to give you an enrollment date, or she's not sure when it's going to happen, then she's probably not serious. And it doesn't mean, don't forget about her. I'm not saying that at all. It just means that it's probably not the right time right now. And the good thing is, home office is going to be sharing something else new and exciting sometime, usually every month or so. So you can follow back up with her and check back in with her too. And I mentioned the link too, and I shared last night as well. Like, I like to take ladies, if you go on your website, your my31.com / with a number, your ID, if you go on your website and you click on it, there's these little tabs for shopping, hosting, and joining. If you click right on that join tab, it will take you to that real pretty page with the videos and all the information about joining our company. But there's a little tab right in the middle of the page where you click join. If you click that join tab, that will take you to the page where she just has to plug in her name, her basic information. A lot of times I copy that link right at the top of that page, and that's what I send her just before we have her enrollment appointment. That's how we're going to walk through it, and that's her starting point. Or if we're not doing the appointment and she's just going to do it when she gets home, then you can just still send her that link, okay? And I want everybody to remember that they're not alone. You have each other. Remember, we talked about that. You have your upline, your sideline, your 31 sisters who come together, and we always have home office. And the main thing too we talked about is blocking your time, okay? Just like the party won't happen with a date and a time, the enrollment probably won't happen if she doesn't know when it's going to happen. You have to block your time to intentionally share the opportunity, okay? You can do this however you want. You can do a power hour, you can do 31 minutes, but you have to set that time aside in your calendar that you're going to share the opportunity outside the party. I encourage everyone to make a list of 10 people that they would love to join. Start with the people you love, your friends, your family, your coworkers, and I encourage you to write out a little script that's unique and personal to you and practice it. If you got to do it in front of the mirror, if you got to call Rachel or Lori, Adrian, whoever, if you need to call your best friend, practice it. It does get easier the more you do it. And I had set aside some time on Friday. I found out that the phone really works the best for me. Like, the phone is my go-to. So I like to use the phone, but really it's about communicating. If you are a texter, Facebook, however it is, just as long as you're communicating. But I do get the best results from the phone conversations that I have. So Friday I decided to do exactly what I asked everyone else, is to block some time. And so I made a list of 10 people, okay? And I got 6 positive responses from those 10 people, okay? And to me, that's amazing. Usually it's not that high a percentage, but I had something exciting to share. And I got 2 ladies to say yes to joining my team. Yes, woohoo! 2 ladies said yes, and 3 others are still thinking about it. I don't have an enrollment date for those. 3 others are still thinking about it, and I booked a party with one, okay? And it's because of the phone conversations, because of the one-on-one. And so I did something really simple. I'll just kind of share how one of the yes conversations went. I texted her, just very simple, do you have a few minutes that we could chat today? Okay. And she responded yes. And she said, I'll call you on my lunch break. And I said, okay, what time? See, I needed a time, and it kind of holds each other accountable. And now this was one of my list of 10, somebody I love and care about. I really want to help her get that Disney incentive too, right? We all have those people in our lives. We'd love to help get that. I said, I love 31, right? She said, yes. We're always launching new things, right? Yes, I love the deal, she said. I'm so grateful for this side gig that provides so much for my family. It's those little things, like I know Megan wouldn't be able to take her horse lessons if it wasn't for 31. Well, 31 is actually doing the most generous thing that they have ever done. All consultants have the opportunity to earn up to $5,000 in Disney gift cards. I thought of you guys, of course. I'd love to help you take a nice family vacation. If you had a choice, would you pick the parks, maybe a cruise, or one of the Disney adventures like we did Alani in Hawaii last year? She said, the parks for sure. We've been wanting to take the kids for a long time, but we haven't had enough money. What if I told you I could get you a nice collection of products that won't break the bank, plus all the supplies you need to give it a try, plus a very simple plan of how to share the Disney bonus incentive perk to help you guys get yourselves on the way to Disney? And she asked, how much is it to enroll? I said, she said, how much is it to enroll? I really need to make some extra money right now too. We just put an offer in on the house, and we're excited about it. I told her we have 4 options right now, 2 for $99 and 2 for $50. Plus, my plan for you involves using a personalized website just for you and your parties, which is about $15 a month. Does that sound doable? Yes, very. Would you want to get the $99 option or the $50 option? The main difference is more products are in the $99, but both sizes are great. And my plan will help get you some other free products too. She said, let's do the $99. Basically, ladies, my plan for her, same plan for you. If you want to adopt this, make your list of 10, okay? Send out text. You have a few minutes to chat today. Be excited when you call. Share something that's 31's blessing you in your life. The main point is starting the conversation, and then that way you can help her start a business, help her earn some money, help her get some free products, help her get to Disney. But if you don't block the time, chances are we know it's not going to happen. And the more you practice, the better you're going to be at it. So I just want to encourage everybody to find something that works for you, whether it's making the list of 10. And we want to help each other. We want to help these new consultants. And we talked too about today about the double launch and a friend. Some of y'all may have had some calls with us, and we've talked about this briefly, but basically a double launch is the best way you can kind of really help her get off to a strong start. Basically, she's having 2 parties. She can have these face-to-face parties. She can do one face-to-face. She can do one on Facebook. But it allows her friends aren't available for one party. She can invite them to the next party. Maybe she has a party on a Friday night and then a Saturday morning brunch. However it works out for her. And that way, even if she can't, it just allows her to come to the second party. And if neither one of her dates work, then you can ask whatever friend, well, what days do work for you? Let's set up a time for you and your friends. And so it naturally moves into the booking conversation. And the same thing with making this list of 10. When the ladies say no to the party or to the enrollment, they just shift to the booking conversation. You could, if I can't get you the Disney, why don't you let me help you get some free stuff? You just see how it just kind of naturally goes from offering the opportunity to the booking to the sale. And just hostess coach her and ask her to invite a friend to have a party. If she can get a booking out of those calls when she's calling people to invite them to her 2 launch parties, ask her to kick off with a friend as well. And she'll end up with 3 parties in her first 30 days. And as your hostess coaching her and teaching her, then she'll have the tools and resources to turn around and coach her hostess, her friend that booked with her. And here's the thing, Cindy is actually doing some really amazing things too to help us in April. Not only did they give us those 2 $50 kits, but they did, she's also doing some opportunity calls. Every Thursday, home office staff is going to be offering opportunity calls. So if you're struggling with the words or ladies still have more questions, you can point them. Thursday, there's one at noon, there's one at 3, and there's one at 9. And then Cindy is actually personally herself on April 25th. She's going to do calls, new consultant calls with all the new consultants, help them. She had one on Sunday night and loved it, and so she's doing another one on the 25th. So I think we covered most of the stuff we wanted to talk about. I know we're getting close to our 31 minutes, but I wanted you all to know to just ask, okay? Don't be afraid to ask. Ask your hostess. If she can see herself doing this, ask another person to ask or people to ask is ask your family for support during this time while you are trying to earn this Disney incentive. Ask them to be your partners and help you, so that you can block out that time. If you are going to say, okay, on Thursday night, I'm going to take an power hour, I'm going to make some phone calls. Maybe your husband could do something fun with the kids, or, just ask your family for some support so that you all can be partners in this. And ask what level income. When you're having these conversations, ask them what level income they want, if they want to have a car payment, if they want to have a house payment, or if they want to replace some income. Having the right questions to ask is really a big part of it. And don't get discouraged when people say no. Lead them to the booking, and don't get discouraged too. Sometimes people will even be excited and they will, want to join, and then you'll find out they joined someone else's team, or maybe they're a kidnapper. They pretend they're excited, and then all of a sudden they're like, no, I just wanted this stuff. I encourage all of you all, don't be discouraged when stuff like that happens to you, because here's the thing, you are truly attracting the right people into your business, and don't allow just one thing or something negative to discourage you from seeing her at the next party, to offering the opportunity to helping the next girl. Okay, I know I've talked for way too long. We're almost at our 31 minutes, but do you all have any questions? Rachel, have you seen any questions? I'm not good about checking the questions, so.
Nope, there's no questions in the chat box, but shoot them out to us, guys. Let Kari know what questions you do have.
Yeah, or any of the other leaders too. We really just want to help you all.
I think that you rocked so much that you didn't leave any room for questions.
I tried to give some words, and anybody, the good questions to ask. What appeals to you? I know this is what has worked for me, and how I've been able to help just build confidence too, ladies. Building confidence in our hostesses, building confidence in these women that are at our parties. And I just love, watching them grow in their business and be able to empower others too. So
Krista asked, can you repeat your questions? And then Andrea wants to share something too.
Yeah, the questions about moving her to a decision questions, those are what appeals to you about 31. How much would you like to make? What would you want to get out of this business, your business? How much time would you like to work this side gig? What's holding you back? When would you like your first paycheck? And give her whatever dates are coming up. What's the worst that can happen? You know, get some free gifts, give your friends stuff. And basically, ladies, those are just questions to start the conversation. You know, it could be the product that appealed to her. It could be the fun at the party she had. It just allows you to get to know her a little bit and also reveal her why to you so that you can figure out if 31 is a good fit for her.
Andrea?
I really like how you talked about time blocking, because I had an event on Saturday and they say, you know, to reach out to people in the next like 48 hours from the time you had your event till, you know, for the contact. So I sat down, I designated that certain amount of time, and I called, and I'm like you, I'm a caller. I feel like the communication is more fresh, and I got 2 bookings. I got 1 party for May and 1 catalog party. And these are people that are out like an hour away. So it's a whole nother, you know, new culture of 31 women. And I was so proud of myself because, again, I designated that time. I shared, I talked, and I was very upfront and honest. And I'm like, I don't like making these calls, and I'm sorry, and you probably don't remember me. And they laughed, and it was funny, but it was real. And but then the more I kept doing it, I kept getting more confident and stronger. And I had my kids' family picture in front of me, because that is my drive and that is my why. And so that's my motivator. So when you don't want to pick up that phone, put your why in front of you, and that will be your drive.
Yeah, and thanks, Adrienne. Rhonda had something she wanted to share too.
Thanks. So one of the things that worked really well with me with my last 3 recruits, especially when they start feeling scared about the unknown and how long is this going to take, is I set an appointment on my calendar with them for 4 months from the date of their enrollment, and say we're not going to think of anything past 4 months. And 4 months from now, we're going to sit down again and we're going to discuss this. And if you've had a great time and you've made money and you love your products that you've earned through Startswell, then we're going to continue. But if you find that it's not for you after 4 months, then we can reconsider. And it gives them a really short window that they're looking at, because they know in those first 4 months, there's no amount that they have to sell. They're trying to earn their Startswells. They know that they have their leader or me or the rest of the team to help them. And that really worked well for me. And my newest recruit, when she had her first party over the weekend, that's exactly what she said when she was trying to recruit at her party. Was, you know, she told the whole story about how I said, we're going to worry about the next 4 months, and we're going to let what comes after that come after that.
That's great, Rhonda. And you're letting her know that you're her partner in this, and there's no, you know, it's up to her. It's her business. And sometimes I'll use the 6 weeks. I'll say, you know, give me 6 weeks, you know, let's book your first party. Let's have some fun. You'll know by then if you love the money and you love the free stuff. And a lot of times it is just kind of giving them a time frame so the unknown, just like you said, Rhonda, the unknown of not knowing, am I going to be doing this, you know, or the stress of it, because especially if you've been with other companies, sometimes it is harder to kind of get out than it is to get in.
Right.
31 is just not set up that way. It's such a flexible business, and I think a lot of these women just need encouraged to know that you're going to be there with them no matter what their business turns into.
Joy asked a few questions too. Did you see those?
I saw like things to stay away from, like selling the kit. Like that's my number one thing, because we really do want to recruit a workforce and not a shop force. So if people are like, oh, I'll just buy this kit at the party, just kind of stay away from those conversations, and because that's not going to help the hostess and it's not going to help you really. So kind of stay away from those people who are just kind of looking for the deal. I always kind of ask questions like, what are you hoping to get out of this? And, let her know your expectations. We need to get your parties on the calendar, get your parties booked. So, and here's the thing, some people will join anyway. We know we have very successful kidnappers in the company, but really just try to be conscious of that. That's the main thing I try to stay away from, is recruiting a workforce instead of just a shop force. She might need to just stay a hostess or a customer.
Yeah.
What were the other questions? Let's see.
And then Krista said a tip. She shared, Jen shared with her, on a scale of 1 to 10, where are you with signing up? And I love that. I actually do use that in following up with my hostesses and potential consultants, and sometimes with orders too. Like, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much are you loving the getaway tote right now? But I love on a scale of 1 to 10, because then it's also showing her how much I'm going to respond to you next,
Right.
So you tell me where you're at, I'll tell you what's next, super easy peasy. Let's see, do we have anything else on there?
I can usually only see like the last couple. I don't know if it's the way I have the screen set up, but I can't always, like, if someone else sees a question, just shout it out.
I'll also add things to stay away from when recruiting is negativity, because sometimes it's easy to get caught up in. I have people try to stump me at parties once in a while saying, what do you hate most about what you do? And it's easy to pick something if you think about it, but you can easily say, you know what, the paycheck, because I hate all the time that I have to spend with my family now, like, I've got all this time and being sitting here doing nothing all day long. Pick something funny, stay positive, and because people will try to stump you. I have found, I don't know if you found that, Kari, or not. Maybe I'm just getting people that try to stump me. But
I think when we're super positive, people don't believe it. It is hard to believe, and that's the thing with this Disney incentive. Like, it's kind of unbelievable. But when you break it down, like, and people start to feel the generosity of 31 and know that it really is just as simple as not keeping this gift all to yourself. It's about sharing this gift and helping other women and helping those women too. Like, it's all about the sisterhood and journey. And a lot of times people think it's fake, but it's not. Like, it's the real deal. And that's why I say be you at the party. And as you build that relationship, they'll be like, she actually really loves doing this. Yes, I do. So I think just be yourself, and it will come across, and it will kind of, get those negative Nellies to leave you alone sometimes. But sometimes they just need somebody to gripe at, right?
Right. And just don't feed off of that. Make a joke, change it around. And Lori wants to share a stumper, she said.
You'll get a kick out of this. Enjoying parties. And this has been, my gosh, probably about maybe 4 years ago, 3 years ago. And it was a girl that was wanting to sign up, and they were talking about saturation, which that just blows my mind. And she said to me, well, how long do you think you can keep doing this? How long do you think that this is going to stay like this? And I said, you know what? It's wonderful and it's working now, as long as I can make it like this, because it's majorly changed my life. She didn't know what to say. And I think about that often, because 7 years, ladies, this is my 7th year. And, I resigned from my job, and I had a good paying job. And yeah, there's some low times. I tell them it's not all, there's always something here and there, but what isn't? In life, there's nothing perfect, but it's majorly changed my life. I've never gone to a spa and had a massage and taken my husband with me and been treated like royalty, like on LIT. And I never had this many friends in my life, and the relationships and the sisterhoods. And I've never been able to give freely to fundraising. And we can, like, that's awesome. You know, that's for us to give what we want. Like, I never had the extra money like that much in the amount of we can do from our commission. So giving the gift to somebody to change their life and to share that passion. And it is hard for them to see the reality in that. So don't let them rain on your parade. And I just see wonderful things still today with 31. And I see leaders at my level, and I know these girls do see all levels that are negative Nancy's, and you know, and they're going to bring themselves down. So just stay away from that and keep your head up high and keep coming on knees because that's the best thing that you can do for yourselves. And you're always going to have that somebody trying to, like Rachel said, stump you or, you know. So just smile like Andrea does at everything.
I just want to reach through the phone and hug you. I love that. That was like the perfect ending because it's just, it is so much more than that. I mean, you're right. I've never been pampered like I've been on a leadership incentive trip. My husband and I, the very first trip that we went on, it was our first trip even on a plane together, out of the country together. We never thought of doing that. We have kids. They cost money. We don't do that. That's not a thing.
Parents, they won't watch the kids for us to go on vacation. But if I get a free trip, like how can they not, right?
Right, exactly.
And we got first class once. First class, I know I probably would have been embarrassing to anybody else, but my husband never flew first class either. And I'm like, there's warm washcloths. The nuts are warm. Oh my gosh, we can have Bacardi. Warm cookies. The chairs recline. I was like a little giddy kid because I've never flown first class in my life. And I've never flown as much as I have since I started 31 and travel. Ladies, we get to travel. It's an option. Go to Columbus, paint it pink with us. I mean, live it up because this is it. You can kind of be stagnant or you can wonder how long this crazy pink carousel is going to go. But
or you can go for it.
Yeah, spin it.
I hope I see all of you all at conference. Like it's the same thing. Like conference is your first taste of really kind of the big generosity in person. So if you haven't made those plans yet, get yourselves registered, ladies. Like conference is amazing. I hope to see all of you all there.
Me too. And then Joy just said she tends to get a tad excited about sharing the opportunity and fears that I try to give too much info at once. I am real and positive and trust it, so I will just keep it at that. And you're right. I mean, you have to be yourself and you have to be genuine to that. And if you're being genuine and you're having fun and you are giving yourself to someone else, that is the right thing. And I used to vomit pink glitter too. I mean, when I first started recruiting, I shouldn't say when I first started. It took me months to start recruiting and decide this is what I wanted. But I mean, when I first started, it's like, you get pink glitter, you get pink glitter, you get pink glitter. This is so much fun. Here, you have a kit, you have a kit. Just be yourself. There's no right or wrong. As long as you're having the conversation, then that's the most important part.
And it does. It comes more natural the more you engage with her. And, the more you talk to her, the more you find out about her. It just, over time, the conversations will just come a whole lot easier. And you can just get over all your fears and realize, wow, I should have been doing this all along. Look at all these women that I've helped. So don't.
I have that feeling too. I'm like, oh my gosh, I see my business now and I see it be flourishing. Like, unbelievable. I never thought it would be where it is. And I think all the time, what if I had actually started when I started? What if I had actually done what I'm doing now when I began? What? Like, what? The possibilities are endless.
Joy, I think that it's good to be excited. That excitement is contagious because if you're not excited, you're like, yeah, we have a Start Swell program. It's pretty good. I mean, that excitement gets them, if they're thinking about it, they see that excitement. And especially, I see a lot of girls that are just starting or once they start sponsoring, it starts to really go because of that excitement. So don't, you'll be fine. Don't hold back.
Go for it.
Any last comments, Kari?
No, I'm really excited for all of you all because I want you all to just leave this call tonight looking for her. You know, at the party, when you're out and about, don't be afraid, ladies. Don't keep this gift to yourself. This gift is meant to be shared. It will bless her and it will bless you. And I just want you all to believe that because I know that you all have it in you, you know, and I know that she does too. I need you to see her, like really see her at the party. You know, this journey is for us to share. You know, share this gift, ladies. You got this.
Yay. Thank you guys for coming on.
Yes, thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Kari. As usual, you just rock that sponsoring, girl.
Well, I mean, it's a gift. It's meant to be shared. And I believe that in my heart. Like, I know how much joy it's brought me. And I want every woman to feel that same amount of joy that has come into my life.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I'm going to end with, like, people say, what is the secret of your success? And I just say, I follow my heart and all I do. And just be you, you know?
Amen.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Love it.
Thank you, everybody.
All right. Thanks for coming, ladies.
Mm-hmm.
Good night.
Bye.